It makes you heartsick to look at
Yeah.
some of this. You know, we knew this could happen. We knew the water would be the big problem, and we're seeing that, Jason, today. These are images from Fort Myers, Florida. Obviously strong winds at that time. We've seen some gusts on land of over 110 miles per hour, but the water issues just are overwhelming.
Right, the onshore flow is where the biggest issues have been with this, of course, as it's moved into the Fort Myers area and then up the coast to where the landfall actually happened. That first landfall was essentially right on top of Sanibel Island, and then the second landfall was just, of course, a bit farther inland, right on the mainland, and that has done this. It's shoved the water up on the coast. This is what Naples has looked like this afternoon. So that's a good 3 to 4 feet of storm surge right there. Now, there are probably places on the immediate coastline that are well above your head, probably 10, 12 feet. And it all has to do with, a lot of times, the shape of the inlets and the land. It can catch it like a funnel. And when you start shoving a lot of water into a small place, it has to go somewhere. So it ends up going up, and it just does tremendous damage. This is the kind of thing that did a lot of the damage on the Alabama Gulf Coast with hurricanes like Ivan and Katrina and Sally in the last few years. So comparing it to that, it's a much stronger storm overall, but that surge has that same kind of impact.
Exactly. And this storm, too, is so big. And that's one of the other things. Charlie took kind of a similar path many years ago and did plenty of damage, but it was concentrated. That's not the case here. We're seeing it. Naples was pretty far south of where the storm came in. The flooding is terrible there. And as you can see elsewhere, too, tremendous flooding as well, an angry sea and just really rough times. When I was in Fort Myers, Florida, my first TV job, all the natives talked about Hurricane Donna from 1960. I think they'll be talking about this storm going forward.
Yes, so far on the list of the strongest hurricanes in Florida history, this is tied for number 4 with Charlie and the Florida Keys hurricane in 1935. And this is almost an eye-level picture of what it would be like if you were standing there watching that surge come in, which surge doesn't just automatically come up. It's a fast process, but it takes some time to get there.
It's kind of like a slow-moving tsunami. It doesn't come in quite as quick as that. Usually is not as devastating, but in this case, tremendous damage nonetheless. And there's the way it looked from space, folks. Just an incredible storm and doing a tremendous amount of damage. Here, it's a much different story, of course. The weather's been as quiet as can be. And guess what? It's going to stay that way because even though this storm is down here in Florida, the backside of it's helping to bring down some very dry air. So we expect our dry weather to continue for quite some time. And here's something you do not have to worry about. A little depression formed well off the African coast today. It's not coming here, so no matter what it does, it will probably quickly dissipate. It won't be an issue for us.